following is a women's speed tournament match with a 3-minute time limit. Introducing first from Adelaide, South Australia, Zaria.
But from one championship to another, it's time to kick off the Women's Speed Tournament Championship next. Welcome back live to NXT with the kickoff to the Speed Women's Championship Tournament.
And her opponent, representing No Quarter Catch Crew, Wren Sinclair.
Sinclair along with the Evolve Women's Champion Kendall Gray, as Sol Ruca is here looking on, and you can see all your favorite NXT superstars. NXT is hitting the road and coming to a city near you. Check out NXT Live in St. Paul, Minnesota next Thursday, November 13th. In Green Bay, Wisconsin next Friday, November 14th, and in Chicago next Saturday, November 15th. Visit WWE.com for events and ticket information. And I just received word during the commercial break that medical has arrived and are checking on the champion, Ricky Saints, after what we just saw moments ago between Saints and Trick Williams ahead of their last man standing match, as this matchup is officially underway. Right there, you see the clock starting. First cover of the matchup, 10 seconds gone by.
Did you hear what Trick said, right? Trick said,
I did.
You don't want to see this side of me, Ricky. And I believe him. Trust me.
Rolling right back through, another near fall. And again, different vibe around Zaria and Sol Ruca as of late. Nice cover and another kick out. But, you know, it's time to start the speed tournament. It's time for Zaria to maybe right some of the wrongs, so to speak, to help fix some of the issues.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, Zaria, she came along around the same time Julia as well as stepped into her game. Hold on.
Whoa.
And the thing is, she was highly touted, man. I thought should have been champion by now. But this friendship, I think, is what stalled her career. I could be wrong.
That's one way to look about it. And, you know, you see Wren Sinclair and the Wren QCC seem to have some momentum, as Wren was motivated by the Evolve Women's Champion Kendall Gray last week in Gray's victory over Lash Legend. And right now, 60 seconds off the clock, and Wren right now is going on to that shoulder of Zaria. And remember, it was that shoulder at Halloween Havoc that Blake Monroe saw, focused on, and tried to destroy. It was dislocated, I believe, at one point. Sol Ruca had to push Zaria into the steel post, as going around, going down, and another near fall.
Wren Sinclair's taking advantage of that right there. When you got the bullseye on that target, you want to step right in. Wren Sinclair, she's doing a hell of a job. You talk about Wren QCC.
Bam.
Let's talk about the NQCC and Charlie Dempsey and what he's done for Wren Sinclair.
I want to talk about the 90 seconds and under in this matchup. We got a $120 left. One of these two women will move on, unless it could be a draw and a big clothesline by Zaria. And you gotta like Zaria saying she wanted in this tournament to win that title back. And again, trying to overpower Wren, big sharp elbow, and Booker, there's only 65, 64, now 63 seconds left in the match.
Time's running out right now. My thing is, no, Vic.
Going to the arm.
Here we go. Here we go.
Charlie Dempsey obviously would be very happy. And again, this is the damaged shoulder from Halloween Havoc, as there's 50 seconds remaining on the clock. Zaria trying to hold on at this juncture. Wren Sinclair looking at the clock. Rolling through, though, as we have about 40 seconds left, and a big spear from Zaria.
The power right now of Zaria coming into play. Here we go.
Entering into that zone of destruction, did Zaria to be the first to advance in this tournament.
Here is your winner, Zaria.
And I said it wasn't the same energy. The smile between Zaria and Sol Ruca seemed to have gone away, but Zaria called her shot. She said she was going to win, and she backed it up here tonight. And let's take a look at today's Your Way replay, brought to you by Burger King at BK. Have it your way, you rule, and that spear absolutely ruled. And to follow it up with some power on display from Zaria here tonight. And I'll say it again, she backed up everything she said she would do, as there you see the field, there you see the official tournament bracket. Zaria, the first to advance to the Women's Speed Championship matchup. Who will she face? Fallon Henley or Skylar Ray? That's certainly an interesting conversation being had, but again, the next first-round matchup takes place next week. LFG Season 2 winner Skylar Ray makes her NXT debut, and in a big way, she could find herself in a championship match right after her debut. She goes up against Fallon Henley. And if you start looking at the tournament, to recap what will happen at NXT Goldrush New York City Theater at Madison Square Garden, we will crown a new women's speed champion, Zaria, the first to make it to the finals.
It's long overdue.